Rod Wave's back. Leavin'. Let's talk about it.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a good episode for you today. The one and only sad rapper is back. You know, one of the first, I could say, that makes the sad rap genre really sad is Rod Wave. Rod Wave's return to music, guys. He's been gone for a little bit. I know he dropped a song not too long ago, but it was just a movie soundtrack type thing. This is a full-on, comeback single type thing. And there's probably going to be an album soon, alright? Apparently, Rod Wave got some tattoos, lost some weight, looking a lot better, etc. Always got to respect that. But we got to ask the important question, guys. Is the music better? Is the music gotten better? Because Rod Wave's last album was probably one of the worst listening experiences I had in my life. So, I really need Rod Wave to really lock in now. Because I remember listening to Rod Wave's music in the 2020s, the 2021, the 2022, shit, maybe even the 2023s, and I swear, man sounded way better than what I'm hearing in these days. So he's got a new song called Leavin'. Let's talk about it, starting off with the beat. I'll be real, guys, this beat's kind of basic. I mean, this is your simple piano, trap, soul sample kind of beat. I mean, there's really nothing to it that much. Maybe you're expecting, maybe a beat switch or something to make it stand out, and then you listen to the song and you're like...
Optimism isn't sunshine and rainbows. It's fixing things, changing the way we fix things. It's running the world on smarter energy. Because if optimism never stops, then change can't either. GE Vernova, the energy of change.
Damn, nothing to really stick out in my opinion. I'll just be real, guys. This might be, a really basic-ass beat from Rod Wave standards. I mean, you got that sample in the background to help out. You got those 808s. And I will say, I like how the 808s do have some slight switch-ups. But I'll be real, the slight switch-ups from the 808s, in my opinion, are not really enough because this beat just kind of sounds basic. And, there's that annoying producer tag that's, throwing out the beat. Just makes beats sound, cheap, sounds basic to listen to. So you hear a producer tag like that that's just kind of randomly placed somewhere. It's just like, well, what the fuck are we even doing? And it's placed, twice. You had to get the producer tag twice in there. I mean... Did you get the rights to the beat? I mean, what is going on here? I mean, Lord Mighty. And then the thing that I really do not like is how short this song is. I mean, this feels like a 1-minute song. I mean, Lord Mighty, you got a verse, you got a hook, and then the song is over. I mean, I was expecting at least a second verse. I mean, Lord Mighty. I mean, I was expecting, maybe we get a vocal switch up, maybe we get some flow switches from Rod Wave, maybe he starts going a little bit harder on this song, and then the song just fucking ends. I mean, I hear that producer tag again, I'm going, no way, this is the end of the song, and then it just plays out, that sample just plays out, and the song just kind of ends. So that definitely does suck in my opinion. I mean, why the fuck is this so goddamn short? And then... well, let's get into the elements that are here. I mean, this song is short as hell. This beat is basic as hell. But did Rod Wave at least do something on here? I will say, starting off with the first verse, I do like the flow. I do like how Rod Wave's sounding on here. Not too bad. I mean, I remember last album, he was doing this, rapping thing. A lot of this rapping thing. And, his voice would just sound terrible on beats. This is kind of going back to that melodic kind of trap sound that Rod Wave always had. Then you got some background vocals to really help out. I really wish Rod Wave would just, do like more like R&B background vocals to really boost up his melodic vocals, so it just kind of sounds better when you're listening to the track. But I digress. All right, the flow's pretty good, and then he has this slight switch up where he gets more aggressive. He gets more aggressive on the singing. Gets a little bit more, I guess passion, I guess you could say. And then he switches up his flow, which I do like. It's a little bit faster. Sounds a little bit better in my opinion. And I think that's really good. But then we get into the hook. And I'm going to be real, guys. This might be one of the worst hooks I've heard from Rod Wave. I mean, the Leavin' hook is not that good. I mean, look, I can deal with Rod Wave singing. I can deal with this man singing his heart out. But sometimes it feels like he's like whining on these tracks. I mean, Lord goddamn mighty. When he's holding that note out for Leavin', he sounds like a kid from a candy store that just got his candy fucking tooken. Alright, he got his fucking sucker snatched out of his damn hand, and he's fucking singing Leavin'. Alright, and it sounds very whiny, very high pitched, just very don't really like it in my opinion. I wish it could be a lot better. And he kind of just repeats Leavin' and Leavin' over and over again. And this hook is really short.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
So I don't even think this hook would easily get stuck in your head. And I think the only thing that's helping this hook have a really good sound to it is just because there's some good fucking sample, like, gospel vocals in the background, really boosting it up, really helping out this, song. I mean, other than that, you just got Rod Wave kind of, whiny singing, Leavin' on here. And, you do the same flow, for the verses in the beginning, and then you do it for the hook too. And then he just kind of holds out Leavin'. I mean, that, in my opinion, is not a really good hook. Alright, I think I've heard better Rod Wave hooks. I've had to hear better Rod Wave hooks. I mean, Lord mighty. I mean, this just sounds bad. I mean, sometimes I'm just like, Rod Wave, did you lose the ability to be able to sing or whatever? I mean, goddamn. It just blows my mind sometimes when I hear this stuff, and I'm just like, Lord, can we sing a little bit better? Can we, fix the auto-tune settings? Can we stop fucking whiny singing on songs? Because you can clearly fucking hear it. I mean, goddamn. Well, I want to talk more about Rod Wave, but man drops a fucking 1 minute ass song. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to talk about? What am I supposed to say? Other than, this is another generic ass sad rap song that I've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of goddamn times. I mean, how the fuck do you make this same exact sounding song over and over and over again? You could say, it's just Rod Wave's style, it's just how he makes music. Well, I'm gonna just say this: fuck your style. Your fucking style is goddamn boring.
This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan, real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
Is hell to listen to. I mean, Jesus Christ. I just can't believe it sometimes, guys, the music that I review on this show, and it sounds this fucking basic. Anyways, Rod Wave Leavin'. Beat is a generic, melodic, sad rap trap beat, and then you got a decent verse with some nice flow switches. Pretty much okay in that aspect. But then you got a whiny-ass hook. And then you got a short-ass song to not even make any of this shit even worth listening to, because it ends, and then it just kind of ends. So yeah, guys, overall, I'm going to give this song, I'm going to have to give this song like a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. You know what? I'm not going to give it a 4 because I reviewed a 4 a couple of days ago, and that really deserves that 4 rating, alright? This is a 5 out of 10. Decent verse, but I really expect a lot more. And I hopefully Ride of Wave can deliver on at least a little bit more than whatever the fuck this song was. So, 5 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.